This is step 6, your final step for your pumpkin drawing project. For this step, you'll need your art book that has your outlined pumpkin with the word pumpkin written all over, and then your name written on the ground all underneath your pumpkin. You will also need some crayons, so an orange crayon, a green crayon, and a brown crayon. So I bet you can guess what this orange crayon is for. That's right, you're going to be coloring in your pumpkin today. So when you color in your pumpkin, you're going to color in the pumpkin shell. Try your best, kindergartners, to stay inside the line of your pumpkin, and try your best to color in your entire pumpkin. So we're going to take our time, and this is going to take some time. And when you color in, what I like to do is I would like to get the edges first. I like to concentrate on the outer edge and get a nice solid wall, I like to think of. So that helps me stay in the lines as best I can. So if you have to move your art book around, I'm going to color my stem in a different color. We'll just concentrate on the pumpkin shell. Whoops! Be careful, make sure you're concentrating and going back and forth. Trying your best. That's all we can do. So again, going around the edges, all around our pumpkin. All right, once you get the edge, then you're gonna go ahead and get the middle. So I'm gonna work on one end and work my way across. I'm gonna kind of follow the lines, the big black lines that I created, those different sections of my pumpkin, and work those edges, and then go ahead and fill in one section at a time. My big oval right in the middle. And when I color, I like to go back and forth in one direction. It makes a nice, even coat of crayon. Trying to make it as solid as I can, covering in all those white spaces. I'm kind of going back and just double checking before I move on. Got some stuff in the middle, making it nice and solid. right, just a little more to do. Good job, kindergartners. If you haven't started yet, you can go ahead and start coloring with me. I know this is a lot to watch, but you get the idea. So you can go ahead and start coloring inside your pumpkin. Just trying your best to stay inside the lines of your pumpkin and making it nice and orange. You're making your hands nice and strong and coloring with the crayon, going back and forth very carefully. Okay. Alrighty. Woo, that's an orange pumpkin. I love it. I'm just going to double check and make sure I got it as solid as I can. Like I said, trying your best. Just double check. Okay, pretty happy with that. So, I'm going to give you an option. If you'd like to color in your pumpkin stem green, you could do that. If you'd like to color it in brown, you could do that too. So when pumpkins are still in the pumpkin patch in the pumpkin garden, their stem is still green, but once you cut them off from the stem, from the plant, then they turn brown. Just like my pumpkins that are sitting on my porch step right now have a brown stem. So I will leave that your choice. I'm going to go ahead and color mine brown. So with coloring in your stem, again, be super careful. I like to use that circular motion that we used when we colored in our letters of our first name, and that helps me stay in the lines in a tight space like this very carefully. So be super careful, staying in. All right, nice and solid. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish coloring in. I'm going to do the ground, going over my name, and I'm going to use green. Again, you could use brown if you wanted to, or you could use green. I'll leave that your choice. So I'm going to go ahead and turn mine around, and I'm going to color in this area. So we want to leave our background white, so be careful with that horizon line. Same idea like what I did for my pumpkin. As I went very carefully around the edge before I finish coloring in all the other parts of the ground. I'm going to do the edge first around my pumpkin and underneath my horizon line. Very carefully, and then you can go ahead and finish coloring in the rest. And I know we're getting towards the edge of the paper, so really using, sorry, get off the camera, really using this hand to hold down your artwork, especially towards the edge of this very thin art book paper. So be careful because it's a little tricky. So again, making that nice and solid green or brown, your choice. And if you have ran out of time, if it is past 12:30, then, and kindergarten students, if you did not finish, parents, if your kindergarten student did not finish past 12:30 coloring, because this step might take a little bit longer, that's okay. We'll save it and we'll finish next week. If you want to go ahead and just finish it up, that's cool too. This is the last step for the pumpkin drawing project, project number 2. And as we finish up this step, then next week we will again submit your artwork. So I will post the same video and we will do the same thing like we did for project 1 and how to submit project 2 artwork. All right. Okay. Final step for your pumpkin project. I can't wait to see your beautiful artwork, friends. You worked so hard. We did spelling. We practiced the word pumpkin. We practiced writing our own names. And we drew a pumpkin. Good work. We colored it in, staying in the lines as best we can, making it nice and solid. Nice job, everybody. Thanks for listening.